Hi, everybody, and welcome to Love Speaks Love. I'm Denise, your host, and I have with me today the wonderful Cosmic Ladies. And I'm just going to double check that we are live on Facebook. And there we go. Yes, we are indeed. And I'm just going to share it briefly. One of these days, I will have an intro. All right, done. So welcome everybody. We've had a few little technical things, but we are good to go now. So I'm going to just before I introduce everybody fully, I'm going to just do a short visualization. This being called Love Speaks Love, and the one of the ideas from that was that the more people are in their heart space, the better the world will be. So I usually at the beginning just connect us with our own hearts, connect all of our hearts together and with the viewers and also with the heart of Gaia. So without further ado, I invite us all to just bring our awareness to our heart space in the center of the chest, and let's all just breathe in love. And let's breathe out anything of the day so far or the week. Anything that's stopping you being present in this now moment. So breathing in love. Breathing out any old energy you're ready to let go of. And connecting all of our hearts together, all of us present live on the call. Everybody who watches on the replay or on YouTube. And creating a beautiful web of energy around the globe. I see all of us as points of light. And as we connect our energies, creating this beautiful golden web. And let us connect our hearts now to the heart of Gaia. And as we do that, feeling her love returning to us. Feeling her love, her grounding energy. Her nurturing and supporting energy. And her gratitude for all that we are and all that we do. And connecting in too with the crystal matrix that emanates out from Gaia's crystalline diamond heart. And connecting with the New Earth template. And connecting our hearts now with the heart of the sun and the heart of Source Creator, the great cosmic heart. So breathing deeply, and let us now breathe in love and also breathe out love. And if your eyes are closed, just opening them whenever you're ready. That feels better. Welcome, everybody. It's really, really lovely to have you here. It kind of feels a little bit surreal. It's one of those days, I think, for me, it's one of those one of those strange days. The energies feel very strong. Um, so thank you all. It's a real honor and a privilege to have you all here. So just to introduce everybody, we have Marita Shoshan, we have Gayatri Singh, we have Suzanne McPherson. I think I have that right. Luz D'Amato, have I pronounced that right? Bernadita Hernandez, hope that's pronounced right as well, and Anne McKean. And these ladies gather together on a regular basis and have called themselves the Cosmic Ladies. And I know that you're doing a lot of energy work, a lot of grid work, a lot of unraveling, a lot of work for the collective as well as on an individual level. So I thank you all for that. I wonder if any of you want to just do, if you want to just one by one, just unmute yourselves and just do a really brief, just a very short, because I don't want to spend all the time doing the introduction. I want to actually do some weaving. But if you want to just share a few words about yourself, anything that you would like to share. Um, Anne, you're to my side. I'll start with you.
Hi,
Where are you, Anne?
I'm here. Can
I
you
mean,
see
where in the world?
me? In Montreal, Canada.
And it's early in the morning, isn't it, for you?
Well, it's okay. It's about 8:30. Um, where am I? I'm here. Maybe I can say I've been ever since I was born questioning everything, questioning why, what is this, what is this, what is this. So it brought me to where I am today, where I studied a lot. I do a lot of research my whole life. And now it's a lot easier with internet. So I'm connecting, starting to connect a lot more with like-minded people. So I was pretty much hidden in my life, like most people, and now I'm coming out. So what I started doing, I always had a lot of intuition as a child. I closed off and then went into the real world, and I'm coming back. So I learned how to do numerology. It's a way. It's just a way to connect with myself and source. So I do a lot of that, and I have clients in numerology, and it's a connection to connect with my clients and people around me. And I'm opening up to all new stuff. As much as I'm opening up to other people, the same gifts, I'm starting to open up other ways of connecting. And it's just my passion. So,
I love numerology. Thank
yeah.
you for that. I'm a 2911 is my life path. I'll maybe talk to you another time about numerology. Thank you, Anne. Marita, would you like to go next, my dear?
Yes, why not? Well, I'm so happy to be here with all of you, and we're really getting out big time, and it's lovely. What can I say about myself is that I woke up really late. I was not one of those who felt everything from early age. I woke up with a boom when I was 50, and it was quite dramatic, and I was thrown out of everything by my soul that wanted me to find something, why I was here, what I was doing. So I lived in Israel for 40 something years, but I was born in Portugal and I'm back in Portugal, and I feel that everything is opening up here. It's like closing a circle, and probably many circles, not just one. And it's amazing how in 6 months I got to meet more people and do things that I couldn't in years in Israel. And I'm on to new things, to new work, to new gifts, and I'm using them. And apparently, I'm aligned because everything is happening and people are coming without much effort, and it's fun. That's it. You don't want me to tell you about the dome now, right? It's just introducing myself.
Yeah, I think. Do you want to share about the dome? Do you want to share some about it? It's up
I
to
just
you.
want to say that's my last gift because I've been asking. It happened before when I ask for something and I forget about it, suddenly it comes like a boom, and this is the answer. So I've been asking for a long time, let's make these processes short and easy. And there's a lot of old souls here, and we've been in so many lifetimes, in so many universes. How can we deal with all the integration now? All these processing are too much, and we need to be active now. So I've been asking for a shorter way, for a simpler way, and I got this dome, which is like uniting everything that exists. Galactics and elementals and intraterrestrials and Gaia and spirit, everything is integrated in one beautiful energy field, and it's very quick and it's amazing. And I am in awe still because it's so new, but it's the answer for my question, for my call. In short, okay? Now let someone else talk.
Thank you, Marita. And I love the work with the dome as well, what I've experienced of it so far. Thank you. Suzanne.
Hi, Denise. Can you hear me okay? It's lovely to be here as well. I'm actually in South Australia, and like everybody, I started my journey really with poetry and creativity to help with deep trauma, like most people have experienced, and created a program that I started to use in schools. And I painted murals and worked with children and teenagers and adults as well, doing creativity. And that has always been a passion because I feel like everybody's creative in their own way. And just helping them to find their creative voice, because I knew how much that helped me with my challenges and my journey to understanding myself, basically. And one of those poems, I'm in the process of turning into a song, possibly, and then just through education and transpersonal counselling course, I met some amazing ladies through that, and I was just really trying to understand my gifts, the things that had been opening up in me, and there just seemed to be so many things. I just needed to kind of make sense of them all, and then that just opened up more. So it created more questions than answers in a lot of ways, and that's when light language opened up for me. Well, I actually call it, for me, soul language, because it's different all the time. It's not the same. I have similar ones that I hear, but it seems that I connect with people's soul and whatever they need to hear or experience in that moment. And that's starting to open up in new ways. But because my creative side has been really, really strong, I haven't developed my logical, masculine side as much. And that's what I'm actually doing now. I've had, I used to have long, crazy hair, and I've cut it all off, and I'm just really different. I can't even recognize myself at the moment, but I'm in transition. And I'm learning to work with the mind in a whole nother level, and I'm wanting to do training, and I'm in the process of organising courses online and things like that, and working in relationship, helping people with their relationships, and particularly men, and basically men and women, to help them to understand each other. Because I've been in a wonderful relationship for nearly 20 years, and very loving and respectful, honouring relationship. And I've learnt a lot about myself and continue to learn, as we all do, and that's where my passion's starting to head. So I imagine that eventually my creative and all of that all sort of come together and one big soup, and I'll see where that goes. So yeah.
Beautiful, thank you. And I think there seems to be so many rebirths happening at the moment. That's what I feel like. I feel like I've been in a kind of chrysalis, and it feels like I'm like out of the birth canal. Not fully, I still feel like I've got my toddler legs on, like I'm not, and I'm, a little bit falling over sometimes. But yeah, I totally hear you. Thank you. And maybe we'll get to share some light language as well.
Mm.
Luce. There we go.
Hey, can you hear me? Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Good morning. Nice meeting you. Well, I have to say that since we came together as a group, a lot of things has changed, open up, and rebalance past experience, I would say. So I went through quite a few things very early on, a lot through dreams, a lot through reading also, and um, granted with the 3 near-death experience. So to bring that all together inside and to listen to the doorways and the connection, this is what's happening now. And I really appreciate everything. It's like my life is perfect in its imperfection. I just happy to be most of the time. And even through the sadness, whatever comes up, it's like, okay, it's part of it. It's part of it. This is less and less resistance. So, and with the cosmic lady, the good thing about this is that I feel a little bit more normal. Like it's okay, it's coming together, and it's enjoying the ride, enjoying the learning, the discovery, and the sharing. So that's
How,
basically me.
how long have you been coming together?
We started in November or October. Well, for myself, I think it was December or November 2018,
Right.
or maybe a little earlier. I think September, October. But some in the group were together a couple of months before, but it didn't take long that we were together.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Mhm.
And what I, excuse me, what I love about this as well, Gayatri has been connecting with Jed Riverstone, and I think some of you may be aware of Jed as well. And Jed and I are in a weaving group too. So um, there's about 6 or 7 of us, and every time it feels like this is like a cross weave. It feels like all the work that we've been doing in our weaving group, plus all the work done in yours, is kind of like coming together when we connect in this kind of way. So it's like filling in the gaps and making an even bigger tapestry as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact also for myself is like, okay, this is my area, and it's okay. It's part of the big picture. So it's not awkward. It's not different. Like throughout the life, you feel like you're not part of anything. There's no family. You're trying to hang on to emotional attachment, but after a while, it's like, no, that's a burden. Let it go. There's no need for that. And this is when things start to be just, oh, wow, there's a lot of air. We can breathe, we can share. And as you say, filling the gaps. Some information comes, and it's like, oh, this is what I was looking for. Didn't know, but then it's like, oh, yeah, haha.
And it's so much easier to work through things as well, isn't it? And I've been working on my own for many, many years. And I knew that there were similar people doing similar things around the world, but it never crossed my mind that I would make such strong connections with them now. Um, and we don't have to do it on our own anymore, which is really beautiful. And all these little pods seem to be forming all over the place, which is just incredible. And things can be worked through so much easier as well. Like it helps when there's a group of you, but even aside from that, the energies these days just seem like, yeah, it's so much quicker. You know, something that would have taken a few weeks to work out of your system is like boom, just a few minutes and it's gone.
And it's very relaxing inside to know that there is an understanding, sharing an understanding, sharing the discoveries. It's amazing, just
Yeah,
perfect.
beautiful. Thank you,
Thank you.
Luz. Benedita, would you like to share about you, sweetheart?
Hi, nice to meet you, Denise. I live in Montreal, and I have been with the Cosmic Ladies from the beginning. It was Anne that created the group. I usually been working with energy since 1980s, around there, different modalities. And for the last few years, I mostly doing light language, which is very powerful. And that's pretty much it. I love what I do, and beginning also to come out into the world. I did my professional page yesterday, and I'm like, woohoo, finally. And didn't want to go there, but did it, happy. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying, beginning to come out of the womb. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Beautiful. And I think there's so many resistant, um, and we're not even putting up resistance anymore, but this isn't our natural, it's not what we had on our list of things to do necessarily. Like doing the energy work is one thing quietly in the background, but actually coming forward and being seen and heard when you do light language as well for what you do is a whole different ball game. So yeah, thank you. Gayatri.
Hi, Denise. Thank you for having us on. Nice to see you again. I'm in India and I have been in finding my way through the energy world since 95. And I've had like numerous mystical experiences. So I'll make it short and I'll just say that I have been constantly working on demystifying my mystical experiences. Oh, yeah. And it's been rough, but it's been a wonderful journey, and I wouldn't change anything if I had to. I've recently created my own dragon cards. You have them as well, so I think everyone has them. So I've been working with the dragons recently, and it's been another amazing journey and experience, which is going to, I don't know where it's going to take me, but I can surely feel that it's going to open up a lot more experiences which I have yet to follow through. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. And I think the dragon journey is such an interesting one as well. And it almost feels like that is a bit of a coming out experience too. In some ways, it's felt for a while that it's more acceptable to talk about angels and fairies as well, but dragons takes it to a whole, it's a whole different ball game. And yet, they seem to be, there seems to be such a lot more awareness, and it's becoming a little bit more mainstream as well. Dragon energy is seeping in, I feel for sure.
Yeah. I mean, all these years, I was, like hiding. Well, not hiding in the sense I was just very quiet and not and to be seen anywhere. But now with the dragons coming in, I'm out of the closet. I'm all there. So it's a very powerful, very empowering experience. Very different from the earlier ones. I'm still trying to process it. It's still in the digesting mode, I'll say.
And you were saying as well about your recent birthing experience as well, that you've kind of birthed the cards and thought that was it, but you actually went through like a process as well recently of birthing. And I think a lot of people have had kind of similar experiences to that. Like I've heard speak of that from a few different places of actual sensations in your body like you are giving birth as well, which, you know, to how many? 48?
48.
48 dragons.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what that would have felt like.
It's beyond comprehension. I thought I was done when I had my son, but this was a whole new birthing that took place. And besides just the physical experience of it was not just birthing them. I saw myself being birthed out of me, you know.
Wow.
It was like a brand new me that came up. It took
Wow.
about a month, but it's mostly done now.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so we've done the introductions. Thank you, everybody. And I would love to see how you ladies weave. So I feel like handing the floor over. I don't know if there's anything, you were on a call together just before. I don't know if there's anything that you're working with at the moment. I don't know quite how you would like to do this. But I'll hand the floor over to you. I don't know if you want to start by talking about the energies that we're feeling at the moment and how you're working with those. That might be a place to start. But if there's anything specific that you wish to bring up, then I hand it over to you, beautiful cosmic ladies. Who's going to take the plunge?
Well, what we could do is open our mics and let the flow in. Maybe just because we work when we meet, it's very there's nothing planned, and it depends on what's happening to everybody. Sometimes some people won't talk, but some are talking more or whatever. We just share our stuff. Maybe talk about the energy. We can start by talking about the energy today. What I'm going through is I'm not sleeping the same way. I've never had problems sleeping, but I keep waking up every hour. I get up at 3, at 4, at 5. There's a lot of things going, a lot of interference. Like you were saying, Denise, you have interference. Maybe it's interference from the outside in our thoughts, but sometimes I feel it's how do you call that? Awaking in my dreams. I'm awake. I see my dreams, and sometimes, there's one thing I did lately. Gayatri and Bernardita worked with together to create this crystal. This that we put in our neck. This not a crystal. It's purple with the 2 ends that you described, Gayatri. You know what I'm talking about?
The violet, something.
Oh yeah, the violet flame harmonizer that was given to me. Yeah.
I have to tell you, I used it. I was sleeping and conscious of what I was dreaming about, and I was going through a past ordeal. Really a very, very difficult time I went through, a separation. It came back to me, and I felt abandonment, but a lot of hurt, a lot of feeling suffering from emotionally in my dream. I'm going through it all, you know, and it kept being there. And then I was conscious and I said, hey, I'm going to use Gayatri's, what do you call it?
Harmonizer.
Harmonizer. And I just visualized it and put it on my neck. I said, okay, do your job. This or cleanse feeling of abandonment, a deep feeling of trahison. What is trahison?
Betrayal. Betrayal.
Yeah, big betrayal. So I used it, and right away, it was gone. It was all gone. So wow. So this is something we share. Everybody has their specialty, if you want, and their gifts. And I used their gift, what they created, and so I think we're all doing that. You know, some will use the dome. You know, it depends on what we're going through. If I need anything, maybe Suzanne's going to give me a light language. It's always soothing. It's always so. I feel protected, like a child being protected by a grandmother. Gaillette, Bernard has so much to offer too. You know, everybody has something. So we're sharing when we get together. Sometimes it's one-on-one, but sometimes it's as a group, and it's even stronger. So because these women are so powerful, they all have so many gifts, and so I feel very blessed.
So what do we do today?
Gayatri, you can share that gift because I don't know about it yet. I would love to experience it. The violet thing.
Okay, sure.
Can you share it?
Yeah, so it came through one of the times when me and Bernadita, we were. Is my voice echoing?
No, it's okay.
So this was a tool given by the Galactics, and it's a double terminated crystal, which holds liquid violet color, flame, violet plasma light. You can call it anything, but it's living light. So it's a crystal which is a double terminated purple liquid living light, and it was given in the higher heart. It's a tool that we can use to clear our physical ailments and just sort of just clear anything that's sticking on. What did I do? How did I get it? Okay.
Does it look like a diamond, Gayatri? Does it look like a diamond?
It's like this, okay, but it has like 2 points on both the sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small piece of crystal which is placed in the higher heart. It can be activated with the intention. If we can just, maybe I'll try and see if we can do it now. You see, because these things are spontaneous. So let me just, okay, so we can start with connecting with our galactic family, our star family, and we can ask them to be with us, to join us right now, and to give us the gift of the violet harmonizer. So once the galactics step in, we receive this violet flame harmonizer in the center of our hearts, higher heart actually, which is like about on where the thymus is. And we ask for the harmonizer to be placed in our higher hearts now. And we call to our galactic star family to activate this harmonizer within our higher hearts. And just take a few minutes to breathe in and allow the harmonizer to be placed within the higher heart. And once it comes in, you will start feeling the vibration. And it surrounds the entire physical body. We now ask for this harmonizer to be fully activated and placed within our higher hearts for all time to come. And if there is anything that you wish right now to be cleared within your physical body, mental, emotional bodies, anything which seems like a block or a limitation, or just simply pain in your body anywhere, ask for the harmonizer to connect to that area. It does it on its own. Actually, you don't need to ask for it to connect, but once it's activated, it will automatically go to that area which needs to be cleared. And it connects like a web of light throughout the physical, the mental, emotional bodies, cleansing, clearing, purifying, and aligning us with our higher selves, and opening the channeling lines to allow the light from source to connect with the harmonizer, and the vibrations start to dissolve any disharmony in the body, dissolving and releasing it and replacing it with pure source light. And the ultraviolet cosmic codes now start streaming through to fully cleanse and repair wherever it is needed. And we ask for this process to continue at the best level and pace for us till it is fully done, till it is complete. And once you receive this harmonizer, it stays with you. And it's done. Thank you. It was good.
Wow, it was
Thank you,
amazing.
Gayatri.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing, Gayatri. I'm
You
melting.
feel that, Marita?
I'm melting. So good. Oh, this was.
I was not expecting this to happen, so I had to gather myself a bit.
You can't keep these things for yourself. Come on.
Well, no, I don't. I shared it with everyone. You were not on the group that day, and we somehow missed you there. Sorry.
Okay.
I think you left early that day. I think you left early. You had a friend visiting, I think, that day.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I find in our Weavers group, it's quite hard to remember what you've done, even like a few hours before, days
Right.
before, or whatever. Like you go through the process and it's kind of done. Because we sometimes try and summarize the calls, and we're like, I've got no idea. What did we do? I've got no idea. We were talking for an hour and a half. We must have talked about something. What was it?
Yeah, that's what I shared with Jed yesterday. The harmonizer is connected to that sound that I received to activate the circuit on the crown and the top of the head. So when you make the sound, it aligns the higher. It activates all the brain centers and goes down to every cell in the body and activates the, what do you call it?
Harmonize.
The light body. It is activating the light body. So that's what we are in the process of right now. We are all shifting from carbon base to crystalline base. So we are all receiving these energetic codes to activate the light body. So what this sound does is it sends electrical currents to all the brain centers, and then from all the brain centers to every part of our body.
Did you want to make the sound, Gayatri? Did you want to share the sound?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Wait, I didn't understand. It connects to the harmonizer, that sound?
It connects to the harmonizer. It connects to every cell in the body to activate the light code, the light body. We have the light body, which is currently in being activated for us. So you know of the sounds. I think Denise, I spoke to you about that as well.
Yeah.
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 So you want me to do that?
Yeah, please. I think that would be amazing if you don't mind. Thank you.
Okay. So the sound is na. Okay, and it has to be nasal. It has to vibrate in the mouth and in the nasal passage on top. And when it vibrates, it goes right from the mouth inside the top of the nose, goes straight into the center of the brain, activates the brain, and comes down, activates the back of the head, creating like a circuit of energy around the ears and all of this area. So it forms a circuit like a cap from the top of the head to the circle from below the eyes and above the ears here. Okay, so when you make the sound, make sure it's nasal and it's vibrating inside the mouth. The stronger the vibration, the higher the frequency. So na na na. And just allow yourself to feel the vibration now. The circuit is complete. The energies are now connecting from the crown into the pineal, all the way into the back, through the medulla, going down into the spine, and coming up again, forming a circuit back into the brain center, through all the brain centers, activating all the parts of our bodies and going down to each and every cell. So just take a few minutes, allow yourself to feel the vibration. And maybe it's different for everyone the first time, but the more you do it, it will be refined. And you don't need to do it more than 3 or 4 times. The energy is very high, so they they advise that you don't do it for more than 3 or 4 times. It can just bring in more energy than what the body can handle. So thank you.
Wow, thank you. Obviously doing a bit of clearing on my on my throat there. That was really strong. And I got a really strong visual of I often get shown octahedrons, but I saw one with the peak there coming down to the ears and then right down to the center of the heart space.
Yeah. So it forms like a diamond here.
Yeah, that's what I
and
got.
it forms like a diamond inside the brain, and then it's like connects all the way down throughout the body and going all the way down into the earth star. So it's like a sacred geometry which is being activated within our bodies and all around us.
And it feels very crystalline to me as well.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of being shown different colors. Like the first color, when I asked for a color, I was shown ruby. But then it quickly went to emerald green. And it feels like there's many of those diamonds going down. Like as you say, it feels like it's activated a few that are going like all the way down the body.
Yeah.
It feels like the lowest one from the base chakra is quite elongated, so it's kind of like that with a long the the lowest bit really really long and connecting. I think it goes through the Earth Star chakra and into the earth. That's
it does. It does. And so I've just got some more information right now as you were talking, and it's so once when you've done it a few times, when the energy is flowing through these circuits of light, we can ask for different frequencies to come through, maybe connecting to your galactic family, your star family, or just source light. It doesn't have to have some specific connection anywhere. You can just ask. What I see is like liquid rainbow light flowing through this. But the rainbow light is not just the 7 colors, it's more than 7 colors. And the rainbow light goes through the circuits and goes all the way down. You can use it to do your own clearing. While doing this, if you send it all the way down into the earth mind, into the Akashic records, to clear your personal Akashic records, anything that's not needed there right now, anything which is recorded and not serving you in this present moment, you can ask for it to be cleared. You can use it for many different things. Just be innovative and try it out. It follows your command. So all the while when it's activating your circuits, it's also acting like a personal grid that works alongside with clearing anything that is not working for you right now. That information I've just got in, so that's new.
Good.
Thank you. Do any of you work with the standing stones at all? Because do any of you work with the standing stones? In the UK, we've got a lot of standing stones dotted around, and I keep being shown them. Now, I'm doing a call with Helen Quayle later, and last time we connected with the standing stones. But I'm not clear as to why they're showing me them now.
Well, maybe the ones who, all of you who do the light language, you could connect to the standing stones with the light language and see what comes through.
Well, we did some stuff, Bernadita and I think Gayatri, activating the stones of the whole grid of the planet, the ancient stones. And that was pretty powerful. I don't know if you recall that, but and the stones that got up and moved, the cave got up and moved and it was a stone. And then
Yes,
the
yes.
original dragon was activated. Remember the original dragon? And then that cave got up and moved. It was a stone.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. I don't.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and
Now
so I
that you
was
say.
shown a whole grid of all the stones activated on the planet, you know, and we started to work on those along with the water and the land, and you know that started all that process up. We're still doing this. We've still got more to do, but I think
Oh
that's
yeah,
part.
I don't.
Does that sound like it's part of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have some light language. I don't know if it is the stone, but I can go for it if you will.
Yeah.
Shimunaka lekia solo tochi ni mikiera hatu alake. Shimwana se aloa salama kanate. Shiamone kiato choroki pikiata la kamakua se alate. Hana makiti likia na masoro koate achianaka. Heara solo honea machini kiara kate. Hashimini ara hasolo hose te achonokia makala teato. Ho 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 horiana makiato chiri asalanata teato ahalamakate. Harea solo kiniata chototo tiana karakuate. Hi amana ala o akiatochi. He aro sono ho 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 akatalake. Hi ana machano ko o atiachi. Hi ama a o ia koa a koasa. Ia koa i o koa na machiana kukia kualake. Hari aha hari amakuate. Huhuhu ana machori kiano. Homakalaki anato chi I o makare. Hari amaloa kiaso. Hia hohu hia na muka I o se. Ho yo ako ia kali akata mogiro yo to chulu kena kata chirimaki. Yo koloko tala chono korea katu I amolo korea solo di manaka. Yala, Holokoti, Amonoso, Ocholoku, Kurikiana Karakacha, Kiuchiluku, Sianake, Hahalia, Karo, Mochiria, Hale, Ulia Kachuruku, Kikaloku, Moliatu. Suzanne, do you want to continue on that one?
I've got to talk to you. And just te karatolo mande ki ante e seare te koni a casa. Ta kosholo badini, tere kusono kusita tira.
Ria horikiano posiriata. Harakiki ana machara. Hea mahale haramaka koku uia koliaka soto.
Pieka tianako.
Tiaro ochana.
Gayatri, can you translate that?
My head is still buzzing with that sound.
Yes.
But I saw when I saw the crystal grid being illuminated. The crystal grid was like fully activated. It was like the lights were on. I saw the planet, and there was like inside the planet one layer of the crystals, which is the crystal bed that was lit. That's all I saw. My head is still buzzing with the sound. That's all I got. And there's some connections, some countries which have been activated through that grid right now when you did that. So Australia.
Yeah, I think there's still more. I've got more to do, but I just had to speak to Bernadita first, and then for some reason, and then. Okay, is that okay? Or is that are we on overload already?
Yeah, just a little louder. We can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now a bit better?
Yeah.
He te kia roto sam hiako, he te aha mea tandi kia roto sa. Ndera te sienti kira kulumo, den de he kia mo. Lahi koi sindi kia roto no ola. Ishe te kia mbare to sunu kushila. Lei ko bane ka se dire tia ko shule mani kia roto soto kushia. Ale maneta ka suru to shoto kushiti te kite ku palena na. Dan de que ser te kiambor kushil hana. Al kia umbar ya koi. Ndar handa hoyo. Ndar hoyo. Oh, handar hoyo. Hey, andar oh, oh, hey, 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 oh, oh, hey, 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 oh. Hey, hun, hey, ho. Why? Hey, oh. Hey, hey, hun, ho.
Are you done?
I have one of your dragons, Gayatri, the one of New Beginnings. I think that kind of complete the what we started here.
I think I've got some codes as well. I think I've very much feeling the Callanish stones in Scotland. They keep appearing in my vision, but see what comes through before we complete. There's a standing stone not far from here that's the tallest one in the UK, and I often connect to that one really strongly. And ja, it ara no koko to la maki ketot on. Ja, porana ki ketot la paket ketot e han ikito on aka ukut ust ketapa akit uka koko 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 koko. Iha ntela kitukula paketekata iha numa kita ana kust adele kiparata tukuna makakaka ihast un ana kille iaro no kutu una make o rna kitukata paketla paketatu ist ara ikta hano kona atun ihna yaurana kuma el ehana hiara no kuna maka iha no kodit iara ol eran ni atano ko bara akitshtatatatatata. Hot ara het ara ikt ikist et tatata ora nt ara ut eron to. Aber yet da ayekut ukstak takatkoda bartak. Ta 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 ta. Okay, that's me done, I think. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh,
Can you translate that, please?
No, not normally. It doesn't always feel like there is a translation as such. I was seeing lots of different geometries. I was seeing lots of different geometries in my body, but also on the planet. I could feel that I was like creating some geometries with my hands as well. But it feels like, because there was a lot of different frequencies coming through at the same time as well. But I'm just seeing more of the crystalline template being activated. Yeah.
Denise, I feel like I need to speak to you as well. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Hiara tomo shlekiato oshil hiakronositikia.
Kian era bata a ko ost. Elehan eron o ka daren ibron ko koit ia.
Pai kiantoro koshi hilia manaki soitia mole tali kitita vasidi.
Kian era itodore tata parana ke a. Earen ia ko totonta kaksta tata ait inaka atono.
Can I share what I got from the three actually was when I said that there was a connection from Australia to other places. So it was to England, and Australia is going through a lot of clearing right now. What I saw was like a council of the indigenous people clearing out layers of unresolved karmic patterns between England and Australia. So there's something going on right now between Australia and England. Just clearing out the imprints of all the stuff that took place between the two countries. So all the people who were sent to Australia as prisoners are being liberated right now. And that's going to lift the weight from the lungs of Australia.
Perfect.
And it feels like some of the distortion as well. Some of the distortion from the atrocities that took place as well. Like some of that is starting to lift. A lot of the work that I did when I lived in Australia was that it was the massacre sites. It was and it's so recent as well. That's the thing. It's such recent past. It feels like some of that distortion is being lifted. And I'm also getting the whales coming in really strongly.
dolphins loose, you're smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And start the dolphin language.
It's just like yeah, whales and dolphins. The magician, pure magicians, pure souls. Yep.
We did some work, a friend of mine, I think she's been on Soulology as well, Maria. We did some work in Australia, in WA actually. And the it was a relative, or it might have been a sister or brother of Loch Ness.
Oh.
And we uncovered her, like him, I think it was. And he had been locked in the ice. And we did, some language came through, and it was ancient Aboriginal culture, like the ancient, like, you know, the original, apparently. And it was basically what was locked in with that time and in the ice was the love and the compassion and you know, how what we're trying to get back to as a on the planet, you know, living in harmony and all that. Well, that was locked into that ice with that creature. So when we did the work, he was released and he was really happy and like the dolphin. So his energy was before the dolphin, you know, like, well, before the dolphins and the whales. And you know, it's sort of like that was frozen in time to be kept. That energy was frozen in time to be kept for the time that it was ready to be unlocked. And it was amazing. Yeah, it was really powerful. And I think that's some part of it too, as well. So
I'm feeling a bit of a heaviness. It feels like it's around the planet, but I'm feeling it particularly focused in Australia, and I think it's the heaviness of the Aboriginal people that is still very present there. And I'm just wondering if there's a bit more language to come through to kind of lift that a little bit.
yeah, I feel like there is a bit later, or do you want to do that now?
Yeah, take that
Now.
siren. Yeah, that siren as a sign. I'll do it.
Now.
Era ia
Emergency.
kia arene kia barada kudlaba iat onakist ehan ana adata anoko kokodat ea hane kia le arono kunakia tatata ea hiana e barada kia mada kulokoi ea tust arakia st a ikda a to unamakia hial era unoko dot ud ana e baran iaka iast unabaka ya alai hadala bakon o ehian era inchitita oista tatata el era no makuna kokokoi el era na kia pa anoko te e hana kia ta e el era na kurite tata e hana kita tata to la makete e han e kia toast ta el hi anamakia tuton ol arene kia para ukudost e han e aktokon barata ihya atatutona kakakaka asta at it aya.
That feels good.
Yeah.
It's the second time I get this image. The first was with Suzanne and you, Denise, when you were talking, and I saw very long fingers of light, very fine, delicate, and doing like, I don't know, like design and connecting things, but they're long fingers of light.
Weaving.
I just saw it again. And that pop up a dream I had once where I'm sitting at a small wood table with a little piece of paper and a pen, and I'm looking in the air, and I see 3 dots of light, and there's a line connecting one dot to the other, and I'm just waiting for the idea to be finished in order to put it down. And it felt the same way. It's like I could feel the fingers working, and but they're long fingers of light, hands of light and long fingers of light. Beautiful. Thank you.
They have to be
Thank
long
you.
from England to Australia, you know.
Indeed. But you know, light, you can
Yeah,
send it.
Yeah, the speed of light or more than that.
Yeah.
that's
Amazing.
awesome, man. I
This,
mean, that's awesome, Luce. Yeah.
this is group work. It's just amazing.
Mm.
Any numbers coming up, Anne, connected to this?
I checked, yeah. It's enlightening day.
It's what?
Enlightening.
Enlightening. If we're in the polarities, it could be ego coming up or simplicity, light. So that's maybe the heaviness we're feeling, where it's very, very these polarities in this energy. But it's also a day of wisdom, sharing, experiencing, connecting our profound wisdom. And it's a grounding day too. So, which brings us, enables us to face our fears. So being more into our own love. So that resumes pretty much the day. And it's
Why
an
is
11
it grounding? Why is it grounding?
Well, why is it grounding? Because this energy is so strong right now. We need to ground because we're going through this, our body, it's all this light is coming into our body. We have to integrate it. And to be able to integrate it, we have to have this transparency, light, if you want, illumination, being really into the heart, and share at the same time. As we're sharing it, we're finding out our own answers, a lot of connections just by sharing. It opens up. What we're doing here, it's opening up circuits. And as we share, and that grounds us, that permits us to, it's easier to ground, to be able to face certain things that are showing up. So that's how I see it right now.
It's interesting because talking about grounding, a lot of times we think it's about getting roots down to earth. But what I understood a long time ago, I was told that the actual grounding is bringing our high vibrations that we all have without wisdom to matter, you know, to bring them down to other people, to share them. That's the grounding that matters. That's what I was told some time ago. Not exactly planting ourselves in the earth, but bringing it down, all our wisdom, all that we're getting. That's the grounding.
Integration also, it's integration.
Yeah.
Living it. Living
Yeah,
it.
living it and creating it, I think, you know, like you do with your paintings, Marita, and I've done with some art, and yeah, I'm doing it in the garden as well. Yeah. And I'm going out, like I do a lot of work in what people, I don't use these labels, but what people would call 3D. I go out and work amongst people that are not necessarily asleep. They're conscious people, but they don't talk in this sort of language. You know, they don't talk about ascension and or anything like that. But they're high vibrating still. But I've always worked in amongst them, like you say, Marita, you know, it's more really weaving your light through reality, you know, what's really happening, you know, like amongst everybody, not just your people that you're same vibration. It's I've always sort of gone and woven it through all sorts of vibrations, you know, because it's all needed, you know. So but I'm working at the moment, I'm working a lot in my house and creating that, and the garden and things like that. So I'm not, you know, you talk about the heaviness in Australia, I'm not feeling that at all. And I live in Australia, you know, so I've got some Aboriginal friends as well. I haven't seen him particularly for a little while, but we do sound together, and we're just everyone that I know, we're just sort of basically really creating our new earth, you know, creating our heaven on earth, and trying to remember to laugh and have some fun
Yeah.
with it, you know. We've all of us as a group, haven't we? We've laughed so much sometimes. You know, just doing silly things or just having some fun. And, you know, sometimes some of the language that comes through is really funny. And, you know, we've done a lot of laughter, haven't we?
We had
So,
pajama parties.
yeah.
You certainly did, getting up so early to.
Yes, yes.
How about if you guide us through the dome, Marita?
You what?
Oh,
Tell me.
You want to guide us through the dome?
If I want to guide you through the dome, okay, I can do the. Where's Anne? Disappeared.
no. Okay, she just closed her camera for a minute. She'll be right back. She's there. She's there.
Okay.
Camera and mic for a little minute. She'll be right back.
I can bring us to the dome in the short version. Okay, so I don't have to guide you all through the whole process, but I can bring the dome so we all feel that we are inside. And let's do something interesting. I'll wait for Anne. I don't know if she's listening or not. But when she comes back, there you are. There you are. Okay. So we're about to create a dome. And what I would like us to do when we're inside, the dome is already here. Imagine all of you being invited to lie on a bed of roses. Each one of us has our own personal bed. It's soft, it's rose-colored. And imagine that we're in a circle and our heads are towards the circle. Our feet are in the middle of the circle. Our souls are present with us. You can feel, you can see the glow of the soul from within and around us. And our guides are also there. Imagine and feel that this dome is full of entities from inside the earth, intergalactic, beautiful beings that come to greet us. At the earth level, we have the spirit of the trees. We have the dragons, the dolphins, the whales, the fairies, the unicorns, they're all around. There's a merry party going on. And the galactics are coming, all directed by the creator of all that is. There's Venus and Sirius, Andromeda. There's Lyra, Pleiadians, they're all coming through. Arcturians, and now the dome is closed and the party is starting. Whoever is watching this now can also take part if you give permission. You can also see yourself lying on a bed of roses and being held by Mother Mary and her beautiful energy, the rose energy, and being helped, facilitated by all these beautiful beings to disconnect us from the matrix, from the old, if you give permission. If you are ready, then say so. Imagine it, feel it. Jesus is here too, and Mary Magdalene. They're going around. It's like they're disconnecting all these cables from a huge computer. Setting us free. And it's all done with such ease and such grace. Very quick work. Feel Gaia from underneath. Bringing her highest possible vibration to support us. She is grateful for all that we are doing here. And we are being prepared for more to come. I am told that we are needed now. And for that, we choose to let go of the old and embrace the new, because everything is so new, so different. And we will be able to use this new energy that we are being given to create our new reality, the reality of the new earth. Just breathe deeply and enjoy the softness of the whole process. You may be feeling other places in your body being touched, harmonized. The rainbow team is here as well, working with all the colors. And the colors are the new energy. So we are being disconnected from the old, and the new is settling in. And now imagine that we're sitting up, thanking all these beings and this big party that they prepared for us. And slowly start moving your body, You will be integrating more throughout the day, maybe throughout the week, of this expansion, this gifts we were given now of new energy. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes and come back.
Wow. Ah, so powerful. Thank you. And I just remind everyone to drink plenty of water as well. Everyone that's watching, that's receiving these transmissions today, because they're all going in deep, and the dome energy feels really. It feels like it gets into all the nooks and crannies where a lot of the stuck energy is, and that was a similar image that I saw when I was in the dome, that I was shown about the light language activation before in Australia. It felt like it was an old, like dislodging some of the pockets of energy. That was the word that I kept being given. Like there are certain like pockets of density. Um, yeah, almost like in a kind of sphere shape. Um, that were able to kind of like come to the surface, as it were, like a really deep abscess kind of thing that was able to be brought to the surface to be cleared. I don't know if that resonates, or if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the bottom and the top dome just click into place, just click, 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 and then both of them started to spin like a spinning top.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And it was sort of radiating energy down into the earth and up, and outwards. So
Yeah.
thank
You're
you, Denise.
laughing, Bernadetta. What did you
Oh,
see?
I just feel very drunk. I mean, it was quite intense. Light, lots of light.
But the first time you did the dome, Bernadetta was
Oh, beautiful.
getting Kundalini activations. What did you
Uh,
get?
that's the symbol for the dome.
It came through what I was experiencing. They said it's new beginnings.
New beginnings.
Yeah.
Amazing. You know what I'm doing with this dome is getting people to set up their own domes all over the world. So they activate their own domes and get more people in that go out to the world with new energy, and it's beginning. I don't know where it's going to lead, but it's fun. Oh my God. This is
Helping to the world, eh? All this work is, and your group, Denise, and other groups, and individually also. This is helping to enlighten the planet. I mean, it's fantastic.
and
Wow.
we certainly need that. We need it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Such an abundance.
I feel like we're only just given a little glimpse of what we're doing. Like it's so huge.
Yeah.
All the work that we're doing. It's like I don't think my mind can comprehend the magnitude of it all, really.
Mm.
We don't realize how powerful we're going to slowly discover, but we don't realize the real what everybody's doing
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Mhm.
Little grains of sand.
Really?
What?
Little grains of sand.
Mm.
I think it's much more than grains of sand.
Not all together, because it is what becomes from when we work together. I mean, the guys were telling Gayatri and I that we don't realize how much we impact around us, not only for ourselves but around us.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
it's like maybe we realize like 2% of what we are contributing, but there's more and more
Perfect.
people who are doing what we're doing. So it's just it's becoming larger and larger and stronger and stronger. So, but we place a little grain the best we can.
Planting a
Bennett,
seed.
have you still got that dragon there, Benedita, that you had there before?
I have a few
Yeah.
Good.
A few what?
dragons here.
Dragons.
Do you guys want me to bring them
Oh.
forward?
Yeah.
Hmm. Reamokiara soroki tiriaka sorokiara makaria sorakiara mare. Rea Maria Harahanura Sorote. Asorote ne makara kochoroki anama. Harata choroko korore marakata chalate. Era moro. Soreate. Hamokoro koto chorekiana marahare. Hare 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 marakato choroko koko. Homo la manaria tale choro que atacarama. Aramana kalakaro asorokia namake. Hare karakuato choro mukia namane. Aramano korekia choro kuru. Hare toroko aramakareana. Hara 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 muachale. Hare atuana ha o ake aramo. More more ana choro. Amo yo no lo atua chiala, amo akala atua chiro, o acuacho lo care amare, amo lo lare atala, anachala to kiana mochila kieko. Arano no lo chire to lo que, moria to lo coriqueto choro moriana. Hare amarena roa choroko. Homolo atalea. Halamana harakatoche. Hare mana na 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 ria. More 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 chora. Harambalanto la kia la kata. E amore anomo. Omuala tochi anakale namale anahale. Wakale ha 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 wakai. Katero mo shuluki iomo. Oh, amore la jo aramaro more 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 anahara tala chala. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Can you see this, Denise? After each session, I just have to go and sleep for 2 hours or lie down because it's so strong. We activate and activate and activate. And woo! Suzanne goes to sleep. That's your time, but I'm in the middle of the day.
Wow. Thank you, ladies. That was a really powerful end to a really powerful call. Thank you all so much. It feels a real honour and a privilege to share space with you all today. Thank you. And I hope that we do this again. When are you next with Todd? Is that coming up soon?
At the end of the month, we didn't place a date yet.
He's going to be away, no?
Maybe in the first week of October, but we haven't placed a date yet.
And yeah, I'd love to share space with you all again if you'd like to.
Love to.
Yep, that'd be lovely.
Thank you, Denise.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
inviting us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Okay.
And thank you to everyone who's watched us as well. It wouldn't be the same without all of you, and I shall get round to all your comments later. Thank you all. All right, I shall stop the live stream. Lots of
Bye.
Bye.